following the agile process,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So, how many weeks of sprint do you have in your
We
project?
have every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks we have a one sprint. Like this,
Okay.
yeah. In between 1 week is gap, like that. If it is
Mm-hmm.
today is a sprint planning, means if today is Wednesday, right? Today is a sprint planning. This sprint, then next Wednesday. After the next Wednesday, it will be the deployment. And at night around 9 p.m. UST.
Okay. So, do you know like what are the team collaborations that you perform in an agile project?
Yeah, I'm regularly following the Agile methodology based on the sprint planning, sprint review, sprint retrospective, backlog calls, and also daily scrum. I'm following all the same thing like as per the project procedure what we are following. Daily scrum, we have a daily scrum to update all these things, and sprint planning, today what we are getting sprint planning. In that call we will be discuss the story which is assigned to a scrum manager will assign the stories to tester and developer based on the story requirement priority, and based on the priority we need to have to start with the selection of the test, and even the developer also do the development based on the priority of story. Yeah, we have very flexible with the agile methodology because we can change any of the changes it's required based on the priority of and business requirement. So as per that, I'm following on the same. And once the development is completed, when the stories come to my queue, I started to collaborate with the BA to understand the story completely. Once I clear with the story requirement and what is the expected and what is the expected result from the business perspective. Once I clear with all the clarification, after that I will start testing from my end to do the testing. Like here I'm following what I'm that one only I'm explaining, because regularly we have to follow start with the test cases, and after that we need to start the testing, but in current project we are not following the test cases initially. So I'm just explaining the procedure what we are following right now. That one only I'm clearly explaining. After testing completed, once all the perspective is completed, then it will move to UAT. Once UAT is completed, then it is ready for moving to production. Here what we are following is when the story is moved to production, if the stories belong to high priority or if the story is required to automation as per the business perspective, we will start with the automation also with writing a test cases for that story, and done with the automation through ATF. If it is completely possible through 100 as per the ATF perspective, then we will manage with the remaining story. Every stories we are following with based on the priority and business perspective.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like how far you are experienced with ATF?
It's been for 4 years almost. From 4 years also I'm working on ATL. But thing is, I
Mm-hmm.
get a more chance to work on service catalog. I'm more
Mm-hmm.
proficient with service catalog. Even though in my first organization, Placement Technology, there also I work on service catalog for automation. Cube Simple also they given chances to more into here. In current company, in the current Moody's project also they are given more into service catalog forms. Yeah, I have most I have completed most of the stories related to service catalog and forms related done with the complete 100% automation. During upgrade also I have participated for given the 100% effort to automation for stories regression testing purpose.
Okay. Have you anytime worked as an individual contributor?
Individual contributor like yeah, I work on individual only. Like I didn't depend on in person. Like once the stories come to my queue, I start to understand
No,
the
no.
story.
What I'm asking is like, so in an end project, you don't have any team members. You are the only QA available for your
Correct,
project.
correct.
So have you worked in such kind of environment?
Yeah, like you're saying only in that scenario there is only one QA, but developer is there and BA is there, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Currently, which like last 2 months, I was working on the same position. because one of the QA was went to on the long leave. So in that case, I completely taken care of the complete tower responsibility. I done with the HR cases and people services and HRSD model stories, and along with the small CMDB stories as well. I taken complete
Okay.
responsibility.
So what is the difference between service catalog and record producer?
Service catalog is a it's a representative form to request in the IT services. Record preserve is it is service catalog to store purpose. It's not a it is used to it produce the task based records in the record producer, that is we call it is used in as record producer. Service catalog to request any of the request we are using form level form this kind of we are using in service catalog, like it's a requesting and it's a story.
Okay. So what is the impact or say like necessity of CMDB in ITSM?
Impact CMDB. See, ITSM is a main foundation of IT services, mainly because what happened based on the agency, based on the impact of the incident, it will be going through the we will go to analyze the issue, what is the purpose, and we will if it is possible we can direct immediately restore the service immediately. But when the when incident if you come to CMDB more related to the CI configuration item, it depends on the configuration. Based on the configuration item, it will be assigned to the particular like team to get the data. So ITSM is a foundation of this one IT service management, and CMDB is a data source, that is we call as uh, yep. Like there is, it is a completely for data purpose we are using configuration data model we are using for database purpose. CMDB is required. CMDB mainly focus on mainly related to CI. ITSM mainly based on the impact, urgency, and SLA basis.
Okay. So what is the difference you see between incident problem and change management?
See, ITSM is on completely depend on the incident problem chain. Incident why it is when the unplanned interruption, when some issues occurs suddenly the IT services, that is called as incident. And incident means interruption occur unplanned interruption occurs suddenly, that is called incident. Problem to root cause the particular issue, like if something is happened in the system, we need to identify why it is happened. For that purpose, to fix the particular issue, it should not repeat again. For that purpose, we are using change for following all the it should not repeat, and it's like once we root cause the particular problem, to understand we get to know that yeah, it is happened because of this reason. To manage in the product in the production level, it should not affect to the any production productivity. During that time we need to follow the change method. Based on the change, get a approval, and we just done with the changes based on the change schedule.
Okay. So what do you mean by list?
List list is like means it is a reporting data we are using in the service now, like like sorry, I'm not I don't remember the exact definition of list. Yeah, based
Okay.
on
So
the
what do
list
you
in the in
understand by?
sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, in the table level, if based on the list, we can configure, we can filter it out, and we get that a particular report. We are using list, but the particular definition I have not remember.
Okay. So what do you understand by view?
View is a representation of data. we use a representation of data, like once the data is filtered and based if you are applying the in the table, if you are applying that filter and if you get the view, that the particular display, that is representation and data representation is a view.
Okay. So what is the difference between table and database in ServiceNow?
Table is a storage purpose, sorry, is table is a representation of a database, the particular example, if it is considered, CMDB CI is a main table, and database is a, we are using to store the particular all the records in the database itself. A table, the particular related custom table we are using, or a particular table like ELM hardware table or a asset software table, particular data we required for that purpose, we are using table.
Okay. So what do you know by SysID?
SysID is a 32-bit bit character representation and data which are using in ServiceNow. It's a for any data which is related to SysID. Based on the
Okay.
SysID, we can find out that we can analyze this particular issue, whatever the roles and responsibilities and the groups, everything will be as analyzed based on the SysID.
Okay. For example, if you see an incident has a specific number or say unique number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and the record also has a SysID.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between these two? And why we need another unique number for an incident?
If if the incident is already, if the incident is a unique number, and again the SysID is already tagged to that particular incident, one, then why it is required incident? That is your question.
Yeah.
Like incident is based, it will be created based on the based on the CI, from the database, it will be it's a key representational from the configuration item. So to connect with the database, particular assignment group, based on the this one CI only, it will be assigned to the particular assignment group in incident. SysID for access the roles, and ACL to validate for purpose, we are using SysID. So it is required both.
Okay. So, what do you mean by rollback?
Rollback is a feature available in ServiceNow ATF to when if the test case is failed some in middle of the test steps, yeah, that it will be rolled back to the end test. It will stop at the current step, and remaining steps will be rolled back, and it will save the time, and we will get to know that the particular step where it is getting failed.
Okay, can you run rollback in automation? I'm sorry, production?
No, no.
Why?
Like your question is, can you repeat once again? As per my understanding, your question is, can we run the ATF in production? That is right.
ATF in production as well as what about rollback
Yeah,
scenario in there?
yeah, because ATF cannot be run in the production, because the reason is, if you are running this cases, if it is related, if it will be it will be affected to the notification. Some reports also generated. We can't roll back the particular notification, and we can't we can't roll back to the data which is saved in the database, so it will be affecting a production level. For that reason, we should not run the ATF in production.
Okay, so can we do parameterized testing in ATF?
Yeah, we can do the parameter testing to get the same test with the multiple inputs with multiple outputs for getting multiple outputs.
Okay, what is the use of breakpoints?
Breakpoints in ServiceNow ATF, which is used to avoid the steps to get failure. In in ATF scenario will be if you are using a breakpoint when the test is running, when the ATF test is running during that time, if you want to stop some particular step on that time, if you are using a breakpoint, a step will be stopped there, and it will be we will analyze the log based on the test failure. For that purpose, we are using breakpoints.
Okay, what is the difference between cloud runner and client runner?
Cloud runner is a server side, and
Go ahead.
one minute, one minute. Sorry. Yeah, Cloud Runner is a server side. Client Runner is a UI. Like Client Runner we using in a ATF to it will be running to validate the UI and form level validation. Client server side means Cloud Runner to when we integrated with the ServiceNow ATF with a third party tool to when we run that integration test execution during that time to for that purpose we are using server settings from the third party tool we are using cloud runner.
Okay, where do we use quick start test
in
in
ATF
ATF?
in ATF only we are using quick task state like if some of the story which is repeatedly having the same steps, and if it's required to immediate creation of the test cases during that time we are using test quick start test. In ATF only we can.
Okay, so can we combine multiple test suites to one?
Multiple.
Can we combine or align or collaborate multiple test suites under one test suite?
Test suite. Uh, yeah, like we can combine the same multiple test into one test suite. Also, we can combine the test suite into multiple test suite into one test suite, and we will get the result based on that particular test data steps what we are following.
Okay, so why do we see like you would have run an ATF test and mostly all the test would have a create user test step,
Correct.
right? So why that is mandatory
Uh,
or what is the importance of that?
See, when you are validating the form, create user is a required because if you are using the your name instead of create user, if you are impersonating as your name, it will be validated that particular it will be impersonated as your name, and the instance will be impersonated by default when you are running the test. But if you are creating a create user, we will be given the user role, end user role. Initially, we will give the end user role as ATL role, ITIL, or ATF designer role. Based on that, the user will once the create user will be created. After that, we need to impersonate that particular create user. After that, we need to start with that steps based on the story, the form or story requirement we need to follow. So create user is required to validate the story the form or incident based on the end user perspective. And if you are using your name, like instead of creating create user, if you are directly impersonating as your name, it will be impersonate as your name, and that when you are run the ATF test, that automatically your instance will be impersonated as your either like other like if you are using other name, that will be impersonate. If it is the same name, then it will be same like that.
What are the important roles to require to run an ATF test?
ATF designer role is required to run the test, and even though ATF admin for when you are when the when we have when we run the test, if it is not required much, but based on the story requirement, if the form when the creation, okay, create a user, it is required ATF test designer role. When we assign to the particular role, we can able to raise the request. After that, we need to validate the approval again. We need to create a particular user, or we need to impersonate a particular so based on that cases, we require admin role as well for validating from our end.
Okay. So what's the difference between alpha and beta testing?
Alpha, no idea. Not remember exact definition.
Oh, okay. So what do you understand by exploratory testing?
I'm not much more aware of software testing.
Okay, you are working on ServiceNow testing, right? As a tester only you're working, right?
Yeah, service now
Then
testing.
how come the concepts you're telling, like testing concepts, you're not aware?
Like when I started my journey as a ServiceNow developer, after that I get a chance to work as a ServiceNow tester and ServiceNow analyst, and after that ServiceNow QA. So it getting multiple projects is more into ServiceNow QA. So I become completely ServiceNow QA. So I don't have much on a background about the software testing words, but I'm aware completely about the ServiceNow testing and ServiceNow
Mhm.
knowledge as well.
Okay. So do you have any idea about defect management?
Yeah, we have a defect management in ServiceNow. Like if you want to raise any defect, if you want to update based on the story, if you get when you are doing the testing, if you get something is not working, during that case, we when you are collaborate with the developer, and after when you get a confirmation from the BA, we need to raise the defect based on after discussion with the BA and get a confirmation. Then we need to restore all the defects which we are finding during the testing. For that purpose, we are using defect management. For defect management, we need to follow the description, short description, and complete an defect description along with the screenshot.
Okay. So you're using ServiceNow for defect management or any other separate tool?
No, no. As of now, I'm using still ServiceNow defect management only.
Right. Okay. Do you have any questions for me, Bush?
Yeah, like this is a ServiceNow